the face of a very spoiled cat who's just been let into the bedroom. She's very pleased. She's in her nest, warm and snug. Kibi-chan? Hello everyone, my name is Hilde and today we're gonna organize my yarn because, as you can see, this is a disaster. I did a yarns destash video last year, which I will link somewhere up on the screen if YouTube allows me cards, but definitely in the description down below. And I have acquired some more yarns, but this is not a destash video. This is literally an organizing video. Also, the organizing is not an excuse to purchase even more yarn. Definitely not. It's just, this is a really big box. It barely closes and I have a really hard time finding yarns. So Bert has bought me 4 of these curved boxes. I don't know where he got them, but he didn't get them off Amazon, so yay. So these guys, I just scared a cat by accident. Okay, that aside, okay, it's still in one piece, hooray. So I've got 4 of these, and my plan is to first and foremost not drop more of them. That would be great. And I am extremely clumsy, so no promises. But yeah, just to have 1 box for orange yarns, 1 box for brown yarns. Oh no, bit of plastic. And I didn't even drop this box. Curved boxes break so easily, it's not even funny. I also don't see where the plastic is coming from. They're all in one piece, so mystery. Anyway, so 1 box for green, 1 for orange, 1 for brown, which is the main colors I knit with. And then either I will keep this big blue box for all the other yarns, or I will use the 4th one and use this big box for something else. So I will show you all the yarns I got. So first up is these 2 skeins from Wool Hobby, and they're Merino Decay and they're in the shade Where Is My Martini. I have these specifically to knit a linden vest. I know, another one, but I love linden vests. I'm wearing a linden vest. But yeah, so the idea is to knit this and hold it together with this yarn from Nocturne Studio. And this is a Vespertine. And this is also a Merino, but this is a fingering weight. And the colorway is Sprite. And I'm going to hold this double for the ribbing and the button band. Unless I have like loads and loads and loads of yarn left over, then I won't. Then I have left over from when I knit a shawl. No, a capelet, I'm sorry. And I held that together with a Lang Yarns Cashmere Extra Lace. And there's like a skein that's started somewhere, and then I have a bunch of leftover from that skein, so that can go in there as well. Then the same color, but in Merino 120. I love this green, it's my favorite green, so I have a lot of it. You could argue, why didn't you just buy that in Merino 120 to knit your vest? Fair, fair, but I wanted like something different, so there's a skein that I have left over from my cardigan, and this is Una DK in Hot Chocolate by Wild Atlantic Yarns. A skein of Ard. I knew I was going to have a leftover skein, and this is from another linden vest, of which I'm doing a video, which is coming soon, but the linden vest is in the wash. Well, it's hanging out to dry because Salem slept on it, and Salem has stinky, sweaty feet. He's fine, he just has very, very dense fur, and so when it gets hot, he gets hot, and cats sweat through their paws, so yeah, stinky feet. And then I have more art left over. I knew I was going to have too much of it, but that's fine. I'm going to use it for another project. Eventually I will decide upon said project. I have some random lace weight stuff and another Merino 120. And these steel guys I'm probably going to use to knit arm warmers for Valentine. And the lace weights I'm just gonna keep because eventually they'll be handy. I'm just kind of like rummaging through finding skeins that go in that box. This is a the We Yarn Company Sport Weight, and this is, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to show you the name, hopefully. Color Sport, and it's 100% Corriedale. So I've not knit with Corriedale yet, but I'm hopeful it won't give me an allergic reaction. And this color is called Jaffrey. Yeah, but it's very, very pretty. I love the different shades of orange. So I'm gonna use that for something eventually. Then I have some leftover lace weight from my fluffy orange shawl, which has been held together with another skein of this guy. This is the We Yarn Company Hyacinth Boucle in Hello Queen. And you've seen some Hello Queen in art. Yeah, in art earlier, so there's that. This is some of the only drops I ever bought. And I don't think this is the extra fine. I think this is Daisy, but it just has a wrong wrapper on it. So yeah. I've complained about drops enough in other videos. I won't repeat myself. Then I have a mini from Notre Dame. And this is just a sock mini. And the color of this is, I believe, pumpkin spice. But look how pretty this orange is. Also, like many oranges. So, love it. Another orange is this Squirm sock mini skein from Undercover Otter. And this is in the color Hack O Lantern. I also love this a lot. If I get enough orange mini skeins and leftovers and like sock weight, I can knit like a curio color in all sorts of oranges. That would make me like super happy. And this is also a skein by Notre Dame. This is Neonep's Apricot. But that's like a whole skein, so I'm probably not gonna use that for a curio color. I also think that that much of that orange yarn so close to my face is probably not a good idea. And more of a wee leftover of the We Yarn Company's Hello Queen in art. I'm gonna put that aside because I have another box which is literally like really tiny remnants. This is mostly a full skein, nearly a full skein of Notre Dame's. This is a DK weight merino, and the colorway is called Tiger Lily. It has UV reactive elements, but not just the neps, like with the neon apricot. This I don't really know what to do with because it's got a lot of orange, but it also has like blacks and reds. This is a skein of Una DK by Wild Antique Yarns, and this is Campfire. It's really beautiful. I used it for what was it? A shawl, my Balrog / Hellhound shawl, because it's multifunctional. Then I have, I would say 3/4 of a skein of Una DK in hot chocolate. I have quite a bit of hot chocolate. This is for my bestie, but they're green, so I'm going to put them with the greens. And these are 2 one-offs by Undercover Otter, because she asked me to get greens for her Breda minis, and so I did. And this is another Hyacinth Boucle. This is the colorway Ends. I showed you like a rolled up leftover earlier, but like the really big ones that has still got like a lot of mileage on them, so to speak, they can go in the box. It's just, you know, the ones that don't have a lot of mileage on them. A random skein of brown Langyarn's Wool sock yarn. I don't think I've actually ever used any of it, but I might have like a little bit. Then 2 mostly full skeins of Langyarn's Wool Addict. Well, Wool Addicts by Langyarn's. Promise. I love this. I knit my, I held it together and I knit, what I call them acorn berets, but they're the Montmartre beret by Hobie. But they look like little acorn caps if you fold them a certain way. So I love it, and I've got leftovers, so if I wreck it, this is literally what it's gonna be good for. And I just noticed that the box is nearly full, just adding these 2 guys. I might have to get like a really big Ziploc and just store these separately because they're just so enormous. What else have I got in here? Another teal. Yeah, I'm just putting the teal with the green because I have to put it somewhere. This is definitely some Drops Merino Extra Fine. I mean, at some point, I'm going to have so much random green DK that I can knit something with just scraps. This is a brown merino. It looks a bit grayish because it's just that shade of brown, but it's a Langyarns Merino 400 lace, a brown guy, so that goes with the browns. I think I have another one of those. I see some rainbow. Another teal. This is by Manos del Uruguay, I think the brand is called. This is a really, really light fingering. So it's like in between a sock yarn and a lace. So I'm gonna put that there. Because it's very, very pretty. And I got it to make like little I-cord bracelets for bed. So there's like barely anything gone from that skein. And eventually I will find a project for it. Eventually. Then this is a Langyarns Merino 120 Dégradé. And there is some purple in here, but it's mostly brown. So it can go with the browns. No, that is also not brown. These guys, however, are... This is Camarose, I believe, but I don't know which one. Can I get it out, in and out again? It's an organic yarn. I can't really get it out. I got it on Loop's website at some point because Bert wanted to try it, and the only thing I've used it for was to knit a mouse for Salem, a toy mouse. And he loves it, so it might be toy mice yarn for now on, but that's fine. Also, most of a skein of, another skein of Wild Atlantic yarns, but this is the colorway, also Uralike, and this is the colorway Pumpkin Spice, one of my favorite browns by them. So yeah, that brown box is gonna be so full. It's not even gonna be, it's gonna be super silly. Yeah, these are also browns. I might need a bigger box for browns. Yikes. I've got, oh no, this is falling apart. 4 of these Knoll Soft Donegals in a random brown colorway. They were in my now gone local yarn shop. When they were closing, they were in the closing sale. They were super cheap. So I grabbed a bunch. And I knit a tiny shawl out of them. But, well, it's not a tiny, tiny shawl. It's more, I would say, Sophie shawl size. But it's not the Sophie shawl. It's a completely different pattern. And, yeah, I knit that out of it. And, yeah. That's the end of that's the long and short of it, basically. I don't really know what to do with this, because it's brown and blue and, well, it's definitely several browns, so I'll just put it with a brown. This is Una Lace Weight by Wild Atlantic Yarns, and the colorway of this is Harvest Moon. So I'll just put it with the browns. That brown box is very nearly full. I am actually tempted to just put all of the skeins for Bert's cardigan in one box, because I've got a lot of these burgundy skeins and that would just be easy, because then I can just be like, take them out. So I'm gonna put that little mini with the oranges anyway. So I've got loads of these. These are all Wild Atlantic Yarns Emer, so the non-superwash merino in the color Heartside. Because he wanted a burgundy cardigan and he wanted it to be in, organic yarn. Jesus, words. So yeah, so what I've got left over is, I will quickly show you all of it. Some black, various blacks. I've got several skeins of this, which is Veritas Spectaculo. And I got like 11 skeins of this or something. They were like €3 in the sales. And I had been looking at the Spectaculo for so long, but they were like over €6 a pop, I believe. So I was like, no, I can't justify it. I have no project for them. So I didn't get them and I was sad about it. And then they were in the sale and I just like impulse bought them, and yeah, they've been in my stash, but I also can't part with them, but they're also terrible to knit with because it sticks to each other so badly. So I'm on the fence about them, but for now, they're staying. I've got, how many have I got? left because I started knitting a sweater vest with it, and the sweater vest actually also lives in the box, so eventually it'll get finished, I think. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins of it, and then there's like nearly a full one on the sweater vest, so that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Then I've got, this is falling apart as well, I would say about 2.5 of this Veritas Pavon. And this is very pretty. It's also not super wash, but it's very pretty. And I'm gonna keep it because that will make me something. Got 3 more skeins of this Lang Yarns Merino 120 in grey. I have a 4th one, but that's currently on the needles because I'm knitting Gandalf arm warmers with it. Then I have some random blacks. I have a full skein of Wild Atlantic Yarns Una DK in, I believe this is called New Moon? Yeah, New Moon, so it's just a plain black. Because initially I thought I was going to use this for the Balrog shawl, and then I didn't. I used Blackbird, which is black with little specks of yellow. Very, very pretty. So yeah, now I have a full skein of black. And my plan is to at one point get like another color that matches really well and knit my friend Claire we call them punt shawl or tip shawl, but basically like the triangle scarves. Probably in the what is the pattern called again? It's by Muse 2320, the Victory Garden kerchief, because it's really nice. And then I have more Lang Yarns Merino 120 1400 lace. So yeah, I'm just gonna put those in here. They're nearly full skeins, so there's that. I have a random, this is definitely a Lang Yarn skein, but I can't remember what Lang Yarns. It might be Merino Plus, or it seems a bit thick for 120, so it's probably Merino Plus. But I know what I'm going to use this for. It's nearly a full skein. Then I have a nearly full skein of white Yawol. I usually use this for eyeballs, so this is very useful and it's staying for sure. Then I have, this is also Merino Plus, I think. So yeah, just like a random bit. Also like fairly full, at least half a skein. This is also over half a skein. This is, I knit my chicken with this. I knit Louise with this. This is, I don't know what brand this is, but this is Kashmiri something something socks, and yeah, it's really soft and it's got some oranges in it. So I guess in theory I could put it with an orange, but it's more, you know, off-white than anything else, I feel. So it stays here. This is nearly a full ball of Fonti Bébé Merinos, and I'm very likely going to give this to my bestie to crochet with because I mean, more in another video, but I did not like working with it, and I also don't like wearing it. So unless I have a white emergency that needs only like half a skein of merino, well, half a skein of yarn, because I'm allergic to pretty much everything that isn't bolwart and merino. So yeah, unless I have an emergency that's going to her the aforementioned and aforeshown campfire. Yeah, should I just put this with the orange? Maybe I should. Because there's a lot of red and orange in there, so I'm just gonna put that in there. Then I have one other merino extra fine. I knit a mouse for Kiwi out of this for Christmas. She sometimes plays with it. But the cats are yarn snobs also, and they don't like drops either, so yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. I just like Lang a lot better, and every time I use another brand, I'm just like, I like Lang, because Lang is so soft, and I have such sensitive skin, so I'm just really picky because of that, or maybe I'm just a yarn snob, but at least I tried. So yeah, I might just keep it and knit it up in like a random vest for my Slanesh cultist cosplay. Speaking of my Slanesh cultist cosplay, this is the most Slanesh yarn ever. This is Ginan by, I think it's pronounced Ginan, by also the Wee Yarn Company. This is also a hyacinth boucle, but come on, you guys. If this isn't riotous pinks and purples, I don't know what is. I'm going to get a skein from Wild Atlantic Yarns in lace weight. Also a pro tip, if you don't want to wind the lace weight, or you don't have, or you embroider and you want lace weight to embroider with, because they're really big skeins, the Una is like 1200 meters, so that's over a kilometer of lace. You can email, you can place the order and then email them and politely, obviously, request that they wind your skein into a ball, and then you get a beautifully caked, well, into a cake, a beautifully caked skein of yarn. This is what's left over of one of these big guys. So yeah, that's what I do, because my wrists will hate me forever and a day if I try to cake. I mean, this is also lace weight, but it's boucle, so it's not like tiny thread. So yeah, my wrists will hate me if I try to cake 1200 meters worth of of tiny thread. So thankfully Kathleen is always super helpful and fixes it for me. So yeah, this is gonna be my shawl once I have the lace weight. So it's not gonna be anytime soon, but that's gonna be step 1 of my Slaanesh cultist cosplay, because my excess is fiber, like as in yarn. So that's definitely going to be a winter cosplay, or I will kill myself by overheating. So that's another completely full hank of yarn. Speaking of full hanks of yarns, I also have this full Schoppel Zauberball Crazy. And what is the colorway of this guy? Schokoladenseite. I don't know why this is called Schokoladenseite, because this does not look like chocolate at all, but it's really pretty. And I did start knitting a color out of it, but like a curio color, but then in the end I didn't like the color, the way the color gradient went, and I didn't want to cut it up, so I just frogged it and rolled it back up again, and now it's back into its full skein state. This is a Hobie Halloween sock yarn from a couple of years ago when I still bought from Hobie, and I started knitting a sock, and then I gave up on knitting the sock, and eventually this will become a sock. Eventually, I really like the colors. I could put this with green, but this is mostly purple, so I will just leave it in this box. And then my last yarn, which is very neon and happy and colorful. And this is also by Nuttederen, and this is called Gay AF. And it's just a jumbled chaos of a rainbow yarn. Unless you make an I-cord with it, then you get like a rainbow. Otherwise, it's just absolute chaos. And I love this. This is nearly a full skein, and I'm just keeping it for a special occasion, I guess. Eventually I'll knit this up, but for now it's staying like that. I think it's 3/4 of a skein, so I use the rest to make bracelets. I-cord bracelets, little rainbow bracelets. So yeah, so I would say that I could fit stuff in the other box probably, but that's gonna be a tight fit, because I don't know how well it shows, but it's pretty full still. But at least when I open this up now, I can see what I have, and I don't have to unload everything just to get into my yarns and to see what I have, which can be a real problem. But now I can just like lift stuff up super easily and just see what I have, which is great. Yeah, so I have more of the burgundy. It's in the box that I usually use to just store like the little bits of leftovers. So that's gonna at least now be manageable again. And I'm gonna, you know, put the other ones in the burgundy box and put that one in there. But yeah, so this is all the orange plus campfire, which is adjacent, I guess. So yeah, it's very manageable. I can absolutely just see what I have, which is great, and just easily find stuff. And oh my god, so much better. So I'm gonna get a lid. And they stack really neatly, which is also great. There we go, that's the one. One box done. I hope it won't fall off. Better put this on the floor. Then second box is just played all the burgundy, nothing exciting, nothing to see here. I have so many, I think I got like 10 skeins of this stuff. And I'm knitting up the second at the moment. It's very slow progress because I had to size down a needle to hit gauge on the cardigan I'm knitting for bits. I am filming bits and pieces of it. But my screen like moved. Anyway, apologies if it suddenly flipped up because I hit it with a box. But yeah, so this is just a whole box of those, which is also practical. I mean, I could put them in here, but this is easier because now if I need another skein, I can just grab one out of that box. Then I have greens and teals and greens. I have a lot of teals because stuff for Bert, but it's fine because I used to make like little I-cord bracelets for Bert because he loves Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, and she's like teal and black. So I made him these little fan bracelets, so to speak. And now he's got loads and he doesn't really wear them anymore. So it's not a loss because my friend Valentin's favorite color is teal. Well, teal and mustard. So I can just knit up all the teal and give stuff to her and it's fine. So absolutely zero loss. I could do with more of a swamp green though. Love me some swamp green. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that merino though. The drops one, I mean. I guess leave it till I have so much random swampy green or just random greens and just knit them in a very stripy linden vest with probably a million yarn ends to weave in at that point because there's only so much you can carry. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the next plan of action is to finish the videos I'm working on. That would be good. That would be good because if I start filming yet another one, I feel like nothing will get finished. Also, I just need to finish some projects. So there is that. But at least there was a video this week because last week there was chaos and it didn't work out. Life can get in the way. So yeah. There will be another one next week. And not me organizing my yarn stash like an actual video. So I love that these are like properly clear and not kind of frosted blue. So I can just like go, haha, and see everything. Which makes my life so much easier. And then the brown box. That is nearly full because of those two big guys. I mean, if all fails, I can just put those two big guys in here, but I have no plans to purchase more brown yarn. Actually, I do have 2 more skeins of brown that are downstairs because I wanted to knit a curio color from it. You know what? I'm going to just put these guys in here because they're just way too big. I know I have them. I will not forget because I am very well aware of those 2 guys. But that way, I at least have all my other brown in here. And the other 2 skeins I have is just Merino 200 Bébé. And it's not this shade of Lang. It's kind of in between. If you mix these 2, you get that shade, basically. Because Lang has a lot of browns, which I appreciate. So yeah, that way my brown is freed up enough to get other stuff in here and not have to have a mad search for it. There we go. This is way more organized. Now I can at least find all my yarns. Huzzah! So yeah, I know this wasn't a super exciting video, but yeah, I mean, also the setup is not great, but this is the only space with like decent light. So yeah, I made do with what I have, and I hope you still enjoyed this video. That's the correct order of the words. God's words. Anyway, I will go and see if I can convince a cat to be in the video. If not, there shall not be cats. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope I didn't bore you to death with my attempt at organizing. I have a really big stack, as you can see, it's 4 boxes on top of each other. I'm going to put them in the room where they shall live, and then put the other burgundies in there, and that's it. If you like chaotic yarn and other videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please stick around for more shenanigans in motion. Hit that notification bell, because otherwise there is really no hope in hell. Not a snowflake's chance in hell. But what if hell is cold? Anyway, you know what I mean. Not a snowflake's chance in a volcano. How about that one? An active volcano, no less, of you ever seeing a YouTube video. And I will now stop waffling. Please hit the like if you enjoyed this chaos and me just putting yarn in random boxes. At least it's organized now, so this is good. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next one. And the next one will be a proper knitting video, believe it or not. I don't know which project video it will be at this point, because there's 2 that are nearly done. But it will be a project video, a proper knitting video. So yeah, until next week, hopefully. Bye-bye! Neat stack. Woohoo! And there goes the box of the wee leftovers.